Blog Talk Radio.
I'm about 30 seconds behind my scheduled arrival here this morning, but I've been working on some stuff related to this evening's webinar. I see that many of you guys have given me a thumbs up on the Facebook page regarding the email that went out in the middle of the night, sent out an email to you guys, arrived early this morning, and it is a swipe file that has to do with tonight's webinar, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Before I do, though, I just want to quickly let everybody know good morning and welcome. You are listening to the Traffic Report. Traffic Report is brought to you by the Traffic Authority. We broadcast live right now at radioleverage.com. For those of you guys who are at radioleverage.com listening to our live stream, I invite you to come on over. I was noticing yesterday we're getting a lot of people. As a matter of fact, sometimes more people are listening to our live stream than are calling in to our live radio show. But if you do want to make a comment or maybe ask a question, the dial-in number is 914-338-0631. My name is Joe, and got some stuff I want to share with you this morning. In a minute, we're going to get to the sharing part. I love it when people come out and they share their story. If you come here every single day, I know that your mind is blown. Maybe you're listening for the first time today. I invite you to stick around as long as you can. Sometimes we go for an hour. Yesterday, we went for over 2 hours, and it was just amazing, the stories that we heard. And as a matter of fact, yesterday's radio show is pinned. If you go to radioleverage.com, you'll see there's a lot of content there, right? And you're free to use that stuff. It is yours, man. You are free to use it. Free to use it. Yesterday, Carlos was asking, how do I get some software to edit out some of the stuff? And have at it. That is your stuff, okay? And if you go through the archives, you'll see that there's always a featured show, the very first one. So yesterday's was such a good discussion. There was so much good information that I actually posted that as the featured event. So if you're just joining us, brand new to the community, I think about 40, 50 people joined the Facebook page overnight, maybe a little bit more actually. And so you're just joining us, brand spanking new. Growth is happening. We are in momentum phase. So I know a lot of you guys are hearing us for the first time. Go check that radioleverage.com and look at the featured show, the very first one that's underneath the live stream, and check it out. That really represents the transparency and what really is going on here. I was speaking to Doug Wellens yesterday. Good morning, Doug, if you're listening. Oh, there he is. Let's see what the Dougster has to say. Hey, Doug, good morning. You off mute there, dude? You multitasking or what?
Hey, Joe. Good morning, buddy. No, I'm actually just getting everything set up from being gone in Tallahassee for a week or so. Yeah, so it's all good. What were we talking about yesterday? Because we've been talking about a lot of stuff, actually.
Well, what we were talking about yesterday was the community. It's like I know that you were listening yesterday while driving, and we connected right after the radio show. You were driving in the car, and it was cool. We started talking about this community, and we had a discussion about vision. Right? What is the real purpose of the Traffic Authority? And it was interesting because we got onto the topic. If you recall yesterday, we started talking about these webinars, the webinars that we do, and I made a comment to you about. The webinars, there's something going on, right? People are really responding, and we're seeing a lot of people, upgrading to their Traffic Academy. We're seeing a lot of people joining as a result of the webinar. And you made the comment to me, because I actually said, I'm on a lot of webinars. Frank Kern and these guys, it's like there's a webinar every minute of every day somewhere. And I watch webinars to see, what people are doing and how are they communicating. And you commented to me, you said, well, dude, that the thing that's different about the webinars here at Traffic Academy is because we're not really selling so much as we are enrolling people into a culture. We're enrolling people into a methodology. We're enrolling people. We're teaching people about taking personal responsibility, yet we're doing it in this group setting, for yourself, not by yourself philosophy. And that's what we were talking about. Is like, it's the people thing here, man. It's that there's something else going on here. It's just not a sales seminar. Like tonight, as you know, we've got Vincent Ortega Jr., the number one earner, right now. Currently, he's the number one earner of all time. So if you're going to do a webinar, why not have Vincent be the guy? Because he's the guy that has some really, really cool stuff going on right now. And that's what we were talking about, was the community, man, and how, something else is happening here much more than just selling. Because let's face it, clicks, really, that's not, clicks are just, how benign. It's just a click. I mean, but there's something much more here. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah, there's no question about it. And you're right, Joe. All those other webinars that you were just describing, Frank Kern and whatnot, those guys all do pre-recorded, designed to sell webinars. And here we are. We're live. We're live 6 days a week, okay?
Yep.
I don't know another company that's ever launched like this with so much momentum, so much transparency, so much live interaction with the field. It really is very cool, okay? And so all I can say is there's so much going on here. Adam unleashed so many cool things Tuesday night. The dev guys, okay, just being down in Tallahassee and around that environment and then seeing the interaction with everybody offshore that we're working with here too on the team, it's cool. It really is. So I know there's a bunch of new things coming down the pike right now. They just launched all that tracking stuff and dashboard thing, and they're already on to the next big, huge pile, and it's not going to stop, okay? Because that's what's cool about what we're doing. We're so dynamic in our processes, in our thoughts, in our, engineering of everything that we've got here. The architecture is amazing. So, yeah. The webinars, Joe, by the way, I mean, they are going to evolve along with this call right here, too, as we talked about yesterday, and what's to come. So I don't know how in-depth and deep you want to go into the conversation, but, man, I talked to Gigi after that, and he even had some more brilliant things to chime in about regarding that. It was cool.
Yeah, it's going to be. We're adding some new things, and we are okay. We're looking. You guys, well, couple things. I guess we can let people know a couple things that we're going to be developing here.
Should we?
Yeah. Well, how about this? You are the guy that is a multitasker, and yesterday I was actually beating up on multitasking. I'm like, if all there is 100%, if that's it, okay, 100%, that's it. There's not 110%. That doesn't exist. There's 100%. That's all there is. So if you only have 100% to give, as far as attention is concerned, so if you're multitasking, what you're doing is you're giving less than 100% to what you're doing. You're scattered, right? And so you and I we've had this discussion back and forth. Okay, we've been going back and forth with this whole multitasking thing. But yesterday you came up with a brilliant concept, right? We were talking about the radio show. It's going long, we're sometimes and it's here because we're going long because so many people are making contributions, and it's actually turning into a really cool environment. People are helping each other out, training each other. It's really, really cool, problem solving. But then yesterday you came up with an idea, some things that we could be doing, here regarding, multitasking. Okay, we could be doing like right now. Right now, people are hitting me up right now on Skype because there's some stuff going on. Right, there's some preparations, last minute preparations going into tonight's webinar. Very, very cool stuff. But you said that, hey man, maybe people could take this time right now to start posting. As a matter of fact, now is the time for you guys to start posting on Facebook, okay, and start sending private emails. Everyone got a swipe file this morning. It has an invitation. Make sure that you just pay attention because you got to personalize your invitation, right? You've got to put your username in there because when people come to the webinar tonight, when they click the link that you're going to send them, they're attached to you. So maybe you're out tonight taking care of some business, and Vincent Ortega is taking care of your business. And Traffic Authority is representing you, because all you have to do is start sending that in. I'm talking just massive action. Get that invitation into the hands of as many people as you possibly can. And along those lines, this morning I'm sitting here getting ready for the radio show. I'm going through some stuff, and I look at my Facebook page, and there's a guy, Peter Thank God. I love that name, Peter. His first name is Peter. His last name is Thank God. He's in our community. You see him posting, and this morning I went to my personal Facebook page, and there was Peter Thank God promoting tonight's webinar to me on my Facebook page. I loved it. I was like, thank God for Peter, right? Peter, this guy's actually out there making it happen. So what I would like you guys to do, okay, go ahead, Doug, the floor is yours. Multitasking, right? What are you suggesting people do while we sit here this morning, and maybe somebody's number 10 in the queue, and that's going to be 20 minutes before they get their turn on the radio, because I'm looking right now, we've already got about 20 people in the queue. So what do you think?
You're right.
What are you suggesting, dude?
Sure. So, this is something I've always done, Joe. In my marketing days anyway, I would come to training calls like this. And I'm not saying that I knew 100% of everything that the speaker was talking about, but when I didn't know, my ear was wide open, right, and listening intently. And when we were just going along with whatever we were doing and talking about, I would be over on the other side of the desk marketing. I would be posting. I would be placing banners. I would be doing my pay-per-click campaigns, right? So that's the kind of productive multitasking we talk about when we say we're multitasking. We're not just really walking the dog or watering the lawn or cutting the grass while we're doing these things. We're doing business activities that are going to drive our business forward, okay? Because really there's two choices that you can make as an entrepreneur, right? One is to not do business activities that are going to get you someplace, and the other is to do business activities that are going to get you to someplace, right? And someplace special, for sure. So that's what I'm suggesting, Joe, when I say that, place ads, do postings, do tweets, do whatever it is that you guys know how to do, okay? And the cool thing is also, Joe, as we talked about, we're even going to bring some people on here that are going to go through exactly what they are doing step by step on a specific day to send out a tweet or to send out a Facebook post or do a banner ad or do some Instagram or email swipe marketing, whatever it is, okay? So that's where we're at here, Joe. It's cool, but it's got to be productive too, critically important.
Yeah, it is critically important. So, yeah, okay, have at it, ladies and gentlemen. I always say, hey, stop what you're doing, give me your attention. But, hey, maybe this morning, because it is a big event tonight, right, and we are hitting momentum, I can see some things happening, right, because I'm one of the monitors. There's a handful of individuals who monitor the Facebook page, right? So, but you can see how the Facebook page is growing. There seems to be a surge. You know what I mean? It's like ebb and flow, right? That's how business is. It's cyclical. We had the launch, and it was just a huge, huge surge. And then all of a sudden people are, it's kind of like, we got to build some stuff. We got to finish a couple things. And I know people have been waiting on some of the things that are now complete. So there is a surge. I can feel it. I can see it. I can see it in the Facebook page. So let's take advantage of this momentum right now here this morning. There is a webinar tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. All of you guys know that. If every single person here this morning, every single one of us, if we went out there and think big, okay, think big, send out 100, 200, however big your list is, send it to everyone on your list. If everyone here invited 10 people to the webinar tonight, and had 10 people show up, and in order to get 10 to show up, maybe you got to invite 100, although we do a little bit better than that. Our webinars are very well attended, very, very loyal people. But this is something different, right? This is prospecting. This is where you actually can make a sale. In the webinar tonight, right, there's going to be calls to action. There is a Buy Now button right there on the page, right there on the page. And when somebody clicks Buy Now, if you're the person who sent them, then you're the person who gets credit for the sale. So let's get busy, man. Why not have Vincent Ortega Jr., the number one earner in the entire community, quote unquote, pitch the deal, right? Represent Traffic Authority and everything that it is and everything that it can be for people. This is the guy who makes enough money to buy a condominium or to buy a Ferrari in a month. He's got something going, man. He's got some belief, and he's got some knowing and some language, and he's the perfect look, and he's just, why not? Why not? So get busy. While this morning while we're here having discussion and hearing from people, why not just sit there right now and start posting on Facebook, sending some emails. You can't be sending text messages if you've called in, but we talk about texting people. Send people a text message with the link, okay? With your link in the text message, right? Very, very cool. All right. This culture that we're defining here, we talked this morning very briefly, Doug, about, selling versus enrolling. And I really like what's happening here, and this is what really is going on. I think why the success and why we're having such duplication, and it's really going quickly, is because of this concept of we are enrolling people rather than just selling them a product and then hanging them out to dry. Okay, now what do? I bought a product. What do I do now? Well, here, we're enrolling people in a culture, right? You take personal responsibility. You have to do the work. But what a culture of support that we have here. As a matter of fact, I was looking this morning, again, going through, there's so much content. I'm like, I'm in my member back office, in my reseller training area, because so much stuff has just been added there. I'm like, man, talk about really enrolling people and giving people tools. It really is a cool thing. It is amazing how much content is back there. It is mind-blowing. So for those of you individuals who are sitting around right now thinking, what we're talking about here is, of course, Traffic Academy, really. You want to get to that Traffic Academy level. That's where some of the real stuff really takes place. That's where the real magic is happening, in the Academy level. If you like what you see at the Optimizer level, when you get to the Academy level. And that's, as you guys know, you know how I feel about commitment and committing to the Academy and going all in. Here's what we're going to do, okay? Let's get to it this morning. You guys know what has to happen. You got to take personal responsibility. We're suggesting that you get busy, start posting this morning, get as many people as you can into the webinar tonight, watch what happens, watch the magic happen. In the meantime, let's get to it, okay? I'm going to open up the lines here. Here's the drill. All right, I'm going to say the last 4 digits of your telephone number, and then I'm going to ask you to come out. Pay attention, okay, so you can hear your telephone number announced. Pay attention, and then you come out and say your first name, the city, the state, or the country that you're calling in from, and then let her rip. What are you thinking about this morning? We want to hear that from you. If you have a technical question, we'll do our best to get it fixed or get it answered in real time. We work with some people here on Radio Leverage every single morning. We do have contacts down in Tallahassee, but they're busy. They're running around. Stuff is really happening down there, and every once in a while we can catch them online, and we put the fix in for you guys. Put the fix in, right? You're dialed in. This is the ninjas. I talked about that yesterday. There is the traffic authority members, and then there's the ninjas who show up here every single day. All right. You know the drill. Keep your technical questions light, but we'll do our best. Okay, we're starting out with 5649. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. It's Bert from beautiful Canyon Lake, California.
Bert, you made it in here first today. How are you today?
Finally, huh? Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you, Joe?
I'm having a great morning. I've actually got an early start. I've been at my desk now for exactly 2 hours and 18 minutes. I was in the chair at 6 a.m. this morning. I call it the big chair, right?
You're not excited, are you?
I'm uncontrollable right now.
Yeah, I think we can all hear the excitement in your voice. I mean, there's been 8 decibels in our minds. I just wanted to continue with what I put out there yesterday, and that's the fact that I'm working on myself, and I've been reading from Napoleon Hill's Keys to Success, one of his books, Keys to Success, the 17 Principles of Personal Achievement. And chapter 1 was definiteness of purpose. Chapter 2 is the second principle, establish a mastermind alliance, which we have every morning, and also on our Facebook, VIP Mastermind. It's just amazing. So forming a mastermind alliance a mastermind alliance is built of 2 or more minds working actively together in perfect harmony toward a common, definite objective. It lets you appropriate and use the full strength of the experience, training, and knowledge of other people just as if they were your own. We're living at a beautiful stage of Traffic Academy and Traffic Authority, which is momentum. And we're just, as you said earlier, we're just starting momentum. So buckle in and just listen to the pearls of wisdom every morning. And the level of conversation has come up several levels, and it's very exciting. So God bless you, Joe, and a virtual kiss on the forehead for Carly Rose.
Thank you very much, Bert. And I mentioned Napoleon Hill's the Conversations with the Devil, or whatever it was. I mentioned that yesterday. Also, if you've ever read his own autobiography, his personal story, the Napoleon Hill personal story, what he went through to put this material together, and it is really, really empowering. If you ever get a chance to read his, it's a biography, maybe an autobiography. But thank you very much, Bert. Appreciate you coming out here. And yes, that virtual kiss for Carly Rose already been sent. Carlos, already been sent. Thank you very much, Bert. Looking forward to hearing you every single day.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. And you know what, Bert? One of the reasons I'm so excited, obviously, well, maybe not obvious to you, but, I am excited. And it has to do with the fact that this is such a unique, it's kind of like a dream come true, for real. What we have going on here with Traffic Authority, the fact that we have this level of discussion, and the founders and the people who are in the really making decisions that affect all of us, it's behind the scenes stuff, okay? Like, where are we going with this training, and what about a live event? And you talk to Doug, and he's like so vetted into the financial aspects. If you can imagine merchant accounts and processors, and sometimes when you see a big spike in activity like we have recently seen, the banks are like, whoa, what? Hold on. All of a sudden, it's like, what's going on? There's so much that goes into this, right? And it really is exciting. Because from time to time, I check in and I hear some conversations, and it says so much about where we're going as a community. This really is like a dream come true. People around the world are looking for something for real, and this is the closest thing that you will find to done for you turnkey marketing with all of the education that you need to really learn how to do it on your own, develop a new skill. That's why I'm so excited. That's why I'm, literally jumping up, and before I even get my coffee rolling this morning, hold on a second. Adam Whiting is hitting me up right now, trying to get me on a video call, but we're busy doing a radio show. 9668, you're next up.
Hey, Joe. Good morning. It's Dave, Tinley Park.
Hey, Dave and Tinley. Somebody posted on Facebook this morning. They were thanking you so much for you helped a sister out. I think it was June, was it? That you actually? Oh
yeah. That was that get response issue that she had. Turns out we had it all. She had it all in place. We just had to connect the dots, and now everything's working real well. Guys, don't get confused over this stuff. It really is simple. You just got to take your steps slowly and just pay attention to what you're doing. I know everybody's excited and they want to get through things real fast. It's like they're fast-forwarding through, like, my training video, and they're like, no, I watched it like 10 times. Well, you asked me the question that I know is answered in there, so you didn't watch it all, or you missed over it. And that's understandable. Mm-hmm. You're excited. You want to get things moving. You're doing something that seems pretty cool. It's, to me, is easy, but to you is probably something like, wow, I can't believe I pulled that off. Mm-hmm. And that brings me to a point here. This is something, Joe, maybe this is something you may want to run by whoever's writing our swipe files each day. It would be very, I'm trying to think of a way to make it easier for people that are not quite
technically
computer savvy. There we go. Mm-hmm. And you know what you might want to try doing with the swipe files is adding in a predefined field format where the things are. Then all the people have to do is literally go to their get response, create one predefined field which you can use. Like, for example, for all these with the traffic secret meeting. I can't remember the URL off the top of my head. What is it? Secret meeting?
Top secret.
Yeah, topsecretmeeting.net, or is it .com, / their username. They can go create a predefined field, call it, I don't know, top secret. And then all they have to do literally is change the put that predefined field in there, and every time they copy and paste that you would put in the that format, top secret.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time they just copy and paste, it'll automatically fill it in for them. They won't even have to do anything. You know how now we have to...
Yes.
Yeah, they wouldn't have to do anything. All they would have to do is copy and paste in their Get Response and send it out as a newsletter. Now, it won't change anything if you're going to be posting it to Facebook. You will have to manually change that stuff. But, that was just a thought that came to mind while we were talking about going over those predefined fields and stuff like that.
That's an idea, dude. That's a very good idea, and I'm thinking that what we'll do is maybe do a video tutorial, or maybe even have you out on one of our Tuesday night training sessions to go over some of that stuff so people can understand how simple that is. That is a great idea. So then everything is already preloaded in the email. You just build it one time is what you're saying, correct?
Right. And you know what, I wanted to get some, because I'm getting a lot of people that call me and ask questions. They're like, well, why do I have to do this? I thought this was everything done for me. And no. You're misunderstanding, as people do, that we've created, or TA has created, the marketing structure, the business structure, the everything you need to do in business to create a home-based business for you. That's all done. But you still have to punch in and go to work. You still have to go do your job. You do still have to do your part. And your part is incredibly difficult. You have to copy and paste. I know, it's back-breaking work. I mean, you could have been with me carrying up this 400-pounder up 3 flights of stairs, because they never live on the first floor last night. I am so beat today, Joe, and this is one reason that is motivating me. 25 years on the streets is enough for me. It's time for myself. We just got back from Disney, and all I want to do is say, Traffic Authority, you need to send me back to Disney. So it's just ridiculous. Wife's already talking about moving, so we need more diamonds to follow in my group here. So, but listen, I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody, and thanks for the thank yous and stuff like that. It's all my pleasure. As long as I'm available, I will be there to help when I can. And so you guys out there, just keep the faith, man. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams, and keep moving forward.
Well, thank you very much, Dave in Tinley Park, Diamond Dave, as we like to refer to Dave as. Great advice. And moving to Disney, that would be awesome. That now you're talking. Now you're talking. All right, let's move it. 7659, you're next up. Good morning. Hello. 7659.
How you doing?
Is this Fred?
This is Southside Fred checking in for you today.
Hey, Southside, how you doing? I see the Cubs won last night, huh?
Yeah, I'm not a Cub fan, though, but still, that's all right.
That's all right. It's okay.
I wish it was a shot. But anyway, listen, Brian, I was just, pretty much everything I was going to say you covered this morning. But I wanted to check in. I just wanted to say, the job you guys doing, it's outstanding. And I tell you, I was heartbroken to hear some people ask, or a person asked yesterday for a refund. Bigger than U.S. Steel. I'm telling you, if you just put in your time. I guess you mentioned leaders out there like Diamond Dave, like Vincent, and they're doing great. There is others out there, like the guy that I deal with, Orlando Thompson out of Indiana. This guy bends over backwards to help anyone. He comes out every day on chat and says good morning to everyone, even on Sunday. That's what you need. Everybody needs to come together and talk. Nothing is that hard. You just got to look into it and then just follow through with it. That's it. The tools are there. You guys are giving us the tools. I mean, everything that came about from last webinar, last Tuesday, I mean, it's so great that now we don't have to multitask because you got all the tools out there in your hands right now to use and to put it to what do you want. You can get to the level that you want to get to if you just try. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you have to do the work, though. And you know that, Fred. Southside Fred checking in from the south side of Chicago. And you know that, right? Like Diamond Dave just said, people say, oh, I thought this was done for you marketing. Well, we can do pretty much it is, but there is going to be some work. And why not develop a skill? Why not learn it, right? You learn how to do something, and then, it's like that whole, give a man a fish or teach a man a fish, right?
You know, the thing is, there's so many people that come on thinking it's just you're going to make the $10,000 a month. You know, it doesn't happen. I spent 2 days on the phone with a guy. In fact, Orlando helped me out. He got on a three-way call to talk to this guy to teach him. I assured him that I would help him every which way I could. Computer, I'll set up everything for you. You got to do a little work, though. You know, and the first thing that come out of their mind, oh, geez, $144. It's a lot of money. That's nothing compared to what comes to you. You have to cultivate. You have to build a list. You have to, you know, there's the little things you got to do. It's like buying a restaurant. You can open up a restaurant right now, Joe, in downtown Chicago, and you have to cultivate. You have to get people that like your food. You have to make friends with these people so they can become your loyal customers. This is the same thing. No difference, except that you do it on the internet.
Mm-hmm. This is true. Thank you very much, Fred. Thank you very much. Southside Fred checking in. And hey, man, and earlier, you know, we heard from Bert. He mentioned the fact the Napoleon Hill book. In the Napoleon Hill book, they talk about a mastermind, and that's what this is right here. That's what this is right here. You're making a big contribution there, Fred. Thank you very much. And number one, you're next up. All one.
Yes, this is Frank from beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The sun is shining and life is good. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great, Frank. It sounds like you're having a hell of a day down there.
Oh, well, yeah, I started off early this morning. I opened up my email. Last night I was pumping out emails to all my folks. This morning I opened up and I opened up your file this morning and I fired that out to a couple of people. But you know what I'm doing? Multiples. Imitation is the finest form of flattery, and I'm on Greg's list for some reason. So I just took his email blast to me. I took his name off it, put my name on it, and I shot it out under a different title. So I've got about 4 or 5 of them out this morning under different titles, all bringing everybody to the website. And this morning, while you were talking, I was on my Facebook page inviting people. While you were telling us about it, that's what I was doing.
That's awesome. That's what I call taking action. Okay. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Job well done, Frank.
Give somebody else some time.
I will. Thank you very much for coming out here. Frank is actually taking action, right? We're talking about, hey, why don't you go and put some stuff on Facebook? And there is Frank. And what a good idea, right? There's so much good content that's out there. You're getting email from Greg. That's pretty cool. Why not just swipe? He'll be cool. He'll be fine with that. Thank you very much for checking in this morning. Let's move it along. 2959, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Carlos Rodriguez from New York City.
There he is. Hey, Carlos, how's it going today?
Oh, man. Thanks for the love. Carly Rose. Loves hearing her name all the time. So thank you so much for everybody that always shouts her out. Yeah, man. Shout out to Diamond Dave, man. We had a talk the last couple of days. He actually walked me through that predefined field. I actually did that, and it's pretty easy. As long as you pay attention to his you pay attention to what he says in his webinars and things like that. He walks you right through it. So thank you, Dave. Other than that, man, I'm just excited. Really excited for tonight's webinar. I probably will watch the replay. I'll probably be in at 3 a.m. But yeah, man, I'm just excited. Plugging in all day, every day. Sending out those emails. Just stay focused for everybody that's on here or anybody that's new coming in for the first time. Just stay focused, man. This is the first time I could actually say that there's nothing wrong with following the lead. A lot of professors and teachers said, "Oh, don't be a follower, be a leader." Well, here in Traffic Authority, I advise you to be a follower until you become a leader, because the leaders over here are multimillionaires making the big bucks. So why not follow them? And lastly, if Carl is listening from the Tallahassee office, Latchmont Rover 123, send him an email regarding what we spoke about. So thank you. You're very welcome. I don't know if I'm not sure if Carl's in this morning yet, but I'll pass that along.
Carlos. Thank you very much for coming out here. Yeah, you just stay focused. And so tonight you're going to be busy, right? I know that you work, you're a bartender, actually. You shared that with us many, many times. However, that doesn't, while you are at work, this is what is cool, right? So this afternoon, you send out the swipe files, you put some posts on Facebook, you get very, very active. And then while you're out there this evening working in New York City, you've got Vincent Ortega Jr. from Kansas actually working for you, right? Working for you. And I'm so excited. I want everybody to really, really. Oh, there he is. Carl is listening. Thank you very much. Carl says, "Thank you very much." No problem, Carlos.
Thank you.
All right, you're very, very welcome. Carlos checking in from New York City. And it's true, man. You can be having Vincent Ortega Jr. I'm really excited about this because normally I host webinars. I'm on the webinars, and this is really, really cool. It's like we're bringing in a ringer tonight. I'm so excited for all of us. 8696. Good morning. You're next up. 8696.
1 second. Good morning. This is Kenneth Dawkins, home of the Pirates, baby. Go Pirates.
Yeah.
How you doing, Joe?
Hey, there's no opposition. Ain't no opposition to my position. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
How you doing
good,
this morning?
Man. I'm doing great, man. I've been up since 6. I've been getting up at 6 every morning. I took on that challenge. I've been working out. The guy I work with, he's a boxer. He was talking that stuff to me, talking about what he going to do to me when I got in the gym. This dude opted out. He gave up. He ain't want to go because he was tired and all this other stuff. I'm like, dude, yo, get up with me. When you get up with me, when you see me, you're gonna see it. I'm going to be in the gym, you know what I'm saying? But I was listening to what you was talking about right before, when the show was starting, and I started sending everything out because I've been doing so much. But I'm like, I just started going back. I went back to the beginning, started going back through the trainings, you know what I mean? Because I pick up something every time I read it. I've been over them a couple times, but, I'm getting into a new phase of my business, you know? So, all the different things that I've been learning over the years that I wasn't ready for or that it didn't work for me, it was necessary. It was because of my mindset and, where my mind was, you know? And now, all these things been cleared. I had problems going on, and I'm just using them. People are just saying weird stuff to me, and I'm just using it. I'm throwing coal into the fire, and I'm just getting back into it. And I'm coming out of it from a different way. And then I've even expanded off of, what you guys are giving me. And I'll talk about that, in another video. But, it's getting real.
I really appreciate you checking in here. I do, and congratulations on taking the challenge. I love this challenge. We hear people talking about the challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, you're wondering what the challenge is. One of the co-founders, Greg Chambers, he works out every single day, right? He is like a beast. He's in the gym pumping iron every single day. And he put the challenge out there, man. He's like, hey, people, follow me. Let's do something every single day. Make the commitment. Whatever it is, you make a commitment to getting it done. And Kenneth, what you're talking about here, going back and watching the videos again, how cool is that? Every single time you watch the videos, you will learn something new. You show up and you'll learn something new, right? I show up every single morning. I'm here, and every single morning I take something away from here that is absolutely a nugget that makes a difference. This is it, man. We always talk about this in our industry, really. They say that 90% of it is just showing up, and that's for sure. But pay attention, too. You just don't show up. You want to pay attention, because it's going to make a big difference for you. Let me go back. I jumped ahead of 5691. You're next up in the queue. 5691, good morning.
Hey, hello. Good morning, Joe. It's Steve Schumacher in Portland, Oregon.
Stevie Shu. How are you, Steve?
I'm doing good, thank you. I've got most of the stuff unpacked from my move. Just checking everything up this morning, checking email. Send
out some swipe files, dude. Please send out some invitations. I'm imploring you. Everybody on the radio this morning, I'm going to throw down. Okay, everybody I'm talking your entire list. Go if you don't know how to swipe. If you don't know how to cut and paste, figure it out. If you don't know how to cut and paste that document, then go. Here's what you do: go to Google, and in Google, ask the question. How do I cut and paste? How do I copy and paste YouTube? And I promise you there's going to be a YouTube video out there that's going to show you exactly how you cut, paste, and send out these email swipes, okay? Every single day you should be sending.
Better.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll do one better. I promised you that I was going to make a tutorial, and I messed up. I didn't do that. I will do that today. I will make sure to get that done today and put that up on Mastermind for you.
Excellent. And use it, okay? You,
Oh,
Mr.
I
Steve
will.
Shue, send out, okay? Invite everybody online here today. Everybody who's one of the ninja team here. If every single one of us just sends out 100 invites, man, oh man, it will be a loaded webinar. It'll be loaded up. Steve, thank you very much. Thanks for checking in. Stevie Shue checking in every single morning. 9190, you're up. 9190.
Hello, Joe. This is Earl Teets, the Mountain Man in Troy, Montana, and man, I'm all fired up.
I know you're posting. I know that you've been posting about tonight's webinar.
Absolutely. How hard can it be? Swipe, I go into my back office, I log in, I go to my business center, I look at the very bottom, and it says today's marketing emails at the bottom right. It's not hard to copy those and paste them and put these actions in. And, there's three things that we all have. We all got choices. We all have actions we can take, and we all have the same 24 hours. Mm-hmm. Now, let's look at the history of what we've already accomplished in just the last 7-8 weeks. We've got people that have no experience whatsoever that are earning because the system works, because they understand how to overcome fear and make the choices to take actions during the 24 hours that they have to be in business. So what are the actions that we're taking that's making the money? Well, we hear the radio show on a daily basis, whether we hear it live or whether we hear it recorded. You hear Carlos. By the way, Carly Rose, a virtual kiss out to you. But look at Carlos. He's working a full-time job as a bartender. What did he say tonight? I won't be able to be on that webinar live, but when I get home at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to watch it. When you take the discipline to do these simple little things on a regular basis, the money always follows the actions. So we got, number one, we're going to look at the radio show. Number two, the daily marketing plan. Copy, paste, and post. And number three, what do? We promote the webinar to profits, to as many as possible. Now, just doing these simple things, Vincent Ortega Jr. is my coach, and, he's made over almost $200,000 now. So I kind of take what he tells me serious. He says, Earl, don't turn your traffic on until this funnel's ready to roll. Okay, but what do I do in the meantime? I do those actions. I get on the radio show, I copy, paste, and post, and I do what I can. And because I did, I've got people in my system. Now, have we had glitches? Yeah, I got 2 people that signed up. One of them got mad because his credit card didn't take right away, so he quit. The other one, he's learning. He had to go overseas for a while, and he come back. He called me up this morning and says, Earl, I can't get into my back office. I got the pre-lunch stuff. I paid for my traffic. I got all this. And I says, look, man, I may not be able to do this for you, but you can call into the radio show. They help you get that straightened out. There's a help desk ticket you can send in. If you're willing to put the right actions in, you're going to see the results. I've done these actions, so has everybody else that's actually got commissions. And yes, even without turning my traffic on, I haven't made a fortune, but I followed simple instructions and I got simple commissions. We have a beautiful thing here, folks. It's really awesome when we just embrace the proper daily actions. Now think about Christmas time that's coming up. Because those of you that take these actions every day that are real simple between now and Christmas, you're going to enjoy a nice Christmas present. You're not going to worry about where the money is going to come to pay for that, and you're going to feel excited because you worked for it, you earned it, you deserved it, and it's a feeling you're really going to enjoy because you did the simple things that the majority of people don't want to do. But what's it boil down to? We all have choices to make to take the right actions daily, and each day we all have the same 24 hours. And I am blessed to be here. When I'm done talking to you, I'm going to take a picture in this crazy pink bandana that I'm wearing as a headband to support the cause tonight. God bless you guys. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you very much. Earl the Mountain Man, you are so right on so many levels there. Congratulations. I know you're going to be posting lots of links. And if you wonder about Earl, you can find him in the Resources Center in the business opportunity videos. There he is. He has not one but two contributions have been made. Thank you very much, Earl, for showing up here every single day. 4458, you are next up in the queue. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
This is June from Wyoming. How you doing this morning?
June, I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
I'm awesome. Awesome. Just excited for the webinar tonight.
Yes, it is going to be a good one.
Yeah, it sure is. So I just want to tell you that, again, like I said yesterday, I absolutely love this radio show. This is like having multiple mentors, teachers, coaches, all in one spot, and it's awesome. I learned so much from everybody. And that wasn't me that was thanking Diamond Dave, but I will thank him live here on the radio because I do get a lot out of what he says.
Mm-hmm. He's awesome. And
yeah, he is.
I mean, you go down, listen to what Earl just said, and Steve Schumacher's making a video for all of us, and Kenneth, a poet, who's actually inspiring people with some of his words of wisdom. Everybody here, including you, everybody here is making a contribution. It's awesome.
Right. So I also want to say that I've missed my hero. I haven't heard him on for a couple days.
You know, and, he's traveling, but I'm sure you'll be hearing from Sue very soon.
Okay. I do have one quick question though, Joe. I don't know if you can answer it or not.
Sure.
So, like, I have about 500 people on Facebook, and I always put my links out there and, tell them about the webinars and stuff like that. But I've got 1,900 followers on Instagram, but I don't know how really to turn those into leads instead of followers.
All right, this is a great discussion, and this morning I was greeted. Okay, this morning I was greeted by a text message from Doug Wellens, and he was talking about this very topic. That Doug is on the case, he's on the track. Doug, I don't know if you're still listening, on bringing somebody to the table who can assist us in that realm. Okay, how do you really? Are you there, Douglas? Hello.
I'm right here.
There you are.
Yes,
I thought
right
we
here.
heard you. We thought we heard you. What, didn't you talk to me this morning? And just you communicated with me that you're on to somebody who may be able to assist us with this Instagram stuff?
I did, yes. This girl really knows her stuff on Instagram. She's been pounding it for several years now. She's making a ton of money on Instagram, and we're going to get together with Nicole and get something together here. So it's going to be pretty cool coming up here soon.
Yeah, and this will be part of the academy actually, June.
Yeah.
The Traffic Academy, right? We're adding valuable content in there, and we'll give you a taste of it. But there's so much content. Like right now, the value is over the top, in my opinion, with Darren and some of the material people are having results with. And so this is going to be part of the academy. Okay, Instagram. We're working with a guy in LinkedIn. There's some really, really cool stuff coming, June. I wish I had an answer to the question this morning on how do you monetize Instagram, but we're all learning together. Stand by, though, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, June. And thank you very much, Doug. Always researching, looking out for the community. 5011, you're next up in the queue. Good morning. 5011.
Good morning, Joe. This is Blue Jay, the truck driver.
Blue Jay. How you doing this morning, Blue Jay?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Joe, like I tell everybody. I am fantastic and amazing for an old fart.
I guess, huh? I guess.
Yeah.
So where you driving your truck today, huh? Where are you? Are you in Tennessee?
Well, I am close to home in Indiana today. They think they need me here locally, so I'm going to be around here for a day or two. Anyway, Marge started out the morning with some good vibes, and I was leafing back through my notebook, and I ran across a couple of real goodies people may want to write down and then make a sticker or something and put it on their mirror and their refrigerator and their desk and wherever. The first one is nothing great happens when you hold back. When you hold back. In other words, when you hold back from sending that email out, or when you lose your focus, nothing great happens when you hold back. And the other one is your level of success in anything will seldom exceed your level of personal development.
Mm-hmm.
Your level of success in anything will seldom exceed your level of personal development. Reading Napoleon Hill, a bunch of others. I got about 30 or 40 books that I've read over the last couple of years, trying to get my mindset straight and rid of my stinking thinking. And
well, listen, there's another one I'll throw out there, and it's this one. It's like, usually, generally speaking, nothing good happens after midnight. And I want to say this. Okay, really, Blue Jay. And you know, and this concept of, you said you got 30 books or something like that. I'm kind of like you, right? I surround myself with material. I'm looking right now at all the books. They're stacked up everywhere, and I don't read them all the time, but I have my favorites, and I've got, you know, little chapters and stuff that I pick up. But here's what I want to put out there, right, to you guys, all right? You know, like you just said, your level of success in anything will seldom exceed your personal development, and that is true. And in The Slight Edge, one of the books we talk about here pretty much every single morning, The Slight Edge, Jeff Olson says, he recommends that you just get a book, a personal development book. Okay, right now I'm looking, How Rich People Think, The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity, The Slight Edge, The Traveler's Gift, The 4 Agreements. These books right now are on my desk. This Thing Called You, excellent book by Ernest Holmes. Illuminata by Marianne Williamson. This is right now. These books are right in front of me right now. And so what I do, I make a habit of actually just picking it up and just opening it up, one of these books, and reading. And 10 pages. Okay, that's the goal. Here's a challenge, right? We have the 90-day challenge to get off your butt and get physically fit. How about this? Here's a challenge. Every single day, read 10 pages. That's it. You don't have to sit down, and I know people have busy lives, and we've got all kinds of stuff we're doing. But if you just commit to 10 pages a day, that's it. 10 pages a day. Okay? At the end of the year, you're talking about 3,650 pages. That's probably about 20 books. At the end of the year, you will be a totally different. You do it for 10 days, and watch what a difference it will make in your life. You know, I know that people get up in the morning, and the first thing they do is they rush over to the TV, and they got to get their fix. Fox News, CNN. You know, it's like, really? The local news. You turn on the local news, and I can tell you what it is. I can tell you what's on the news, and it's not good news. And that's the stuff you're putting into your brain, right? That's where you're drawing your energy. No wonder we're frightened. Okay, it's a culture of fear. You know, everything is scary when you turn on the TV. How about you just let that go? Just let it go, and just start focusing on some other things. 10 pages a day. 10 pages a day. Here's one, Success Built to Last. Fascinating book. All right, let's keep it moving. I'll stop pontificating here. Thank you very much for checking in there, Blue Jay, the truck driver, heading into Indiana. Okay, 0618, you're next up.
Hey, Joe. How's everything, everybody?
Hey, how you doing there, Mr. Gilbert?
Fine, right. This is Gilbert James, New York City. I'm doing pretty good. I have some nice hot tea here with some honey in it. And I'm listening to the conversation and the engagements that we're doing on the radio show today, and it is absolutely awesome. Like the fellow said early, this is the only place where you can really come to and be pumped up, but not into some air or some wishful thinking type thing. It's through the motivation and the transparency that you provide us, Joe, you and the rest of the team, Greg and Doug. You lift us up to our own higher self. You help us crash through the crap that's surrounding us in the world, and in our neighborhoods and our communities, to realize that we can be all that we desire to be. You know, I'm reading the book that you suggested also, The Slightest Edge, and wow. Mm-hmm. I've been following that for the past couple of weeks and reading. Well, I'm an avid reader. I read perhaps more than 10 pages a day, but I have made a commitment to read every single solitary day at least for an hour. And it works. You know, you feel better, you feel in charge of yourself. And another thing I just wanted to share with the rest of our ninjas is that there's 3 things that you need to do, and I'm not sure where I picked this up from, that will help you definitely, not maybe or I hope and someday but will definitely help you be successful, because it has helped me. Number 1, you have to plant the seed or the idea of good that you want to be, that you want to do, that you want to have. How much money do you want to earn through your traffic authority business? Be very clear on that. Plant that seed in your mind. Get it in your heart. See, the mind is like a field, but you need to plant the seed in the field of your mind, and then number 2, you got to cultivate that seed. You got to write down that idea of good that you want to achieve in traffic authority. Then the third thing, you got to harvest it. You got to take the money out of your wallet and put it to good use. So it's planting the seed, cultivating the seed or the idea of good that you have, and then harvest it and have fun and then help other people do the same thing. And then you will definitely, not maybe, you will, because this is law. We're not dealing with, as Joe alludes to, we're not dealing with no willy-nilly or silly Nellies. We're dealing with truth here. Mm-hmm. So if you follow these simple techniques that we're picking up on at Traffic Authority, on the Facebook page, et cetera, you will become a champion. Now, another thing you can do, which I find extremely invaluable to me, is that every now and then sit down and relax and remember some of the times in your past where you've been successful. Whether you got a new job, whether you really help somebody move forward in life, or whether you won a ticket to a concert, just think about those good things that have happened to you. To me, I think about a lot of stuff. I think about the time I never won the MVP playing basketball, and I finally won it. I think about that. I won the decathlon in high school. I think about those things. I did a couple of these things, and it helps me to remember that hey, Gil, you can succeed, and that helps you get back in tune with the truth of yourself, because you are born a winner. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. There'll be challenges. There'll be struggles. But you can use the energy that you have used to succeed in the past, the same energy to succeed today. Like Jeff Osteen says, I believe in his book, you can move the same energy that you use to move from failure to survival to success. You can use that same energy to move to prosperity and wealth. It's the same energy. And so if you do the simple things every day and use time, because just like Joe had said earlier, we're in a numbers game. It's a matter of time. If you plant the seed and you harvest the idea of good over a sequence of events, you will get the fruit. Mm-hmm. So that's what I wanted to share with our brother ninjas and sister ninjas. And, hey, I got a sense that this is going to be huge. Traffic Authority will be a household word globally, more so than it is today. So thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to meeting you and having a sandwich with you at one of the events.
Yes, sir. Gilbert James, I'm looking to that as well. And, you mentioned the challenges and the struggles. You said, yes, there will be challenge, there will be struggle, and that is where the growth occurs. That is where the growth occurs. If it were easy, everybody in the world would be a multimillionaire, for real. Okay, you got to go through some stuff. You got to go through some challenges. You have to be able to deal and learn from those issues that are going to come up along the way, man. And my journey, it seems like okay, in my journey to being accomplished or to have things or to have success and whatever it might be, okay, whether it be money or relationships or whatever the case may be, it seems like every single time I get to the top of the mountain, I feel like, okay, I'm here. And then I look and it's like, uh-oh, there's a bigger mountain. There's another one, really? And I'm saying, and then I ask myself, how bad do you really want this? You know, I think of the people, and we hear every once in a while, you know, somebody wants to get a refund on their traffic authority commitment, and that's cool. We want to give, you know, like I said yesterday, you know, we want the barnacles off the bottom of the ship, right? Because we want to be surrounded by people of like mind. And if people can't see this and they don't understand this, and I think that many people around the world, they're looking for an easy way, man, right? They're looking for something that is easy. Now, this is simple. This traffic authority thing this is simple, but it is not easy because most people lack the discipline required to generate the result. And that's all that it really is about here. Right, the real emotional roller coaster. You have to learn how to manage your emotions. Earlier today, I think it was, you know, Southside Fred calling in from Chicago mentioned, I had a guy, but he wanted his money back. That could be devastating if you're brand new and you've signed up 2 people and one of them wants their money back. Don't take it personally, okay? I know people emotionally, they get attached to that and they feel like a failure, and let it go. That's the growth right there. Okay, that's managing the emotional roller coaster that will be entrepreneurship. You're going to play in this sandbox, you're going to deal with some of this stuff. And the better you get at overcoming or dealing with, sorting through the stuff that gets into your noodle, you know, that's where success lies, is in those cracks, getting through that. Thank you very much, Gilbert James. Always look forward to hearing you, dude. And I look forward to meeting you in person, too, at an upcoming live event. Gilbert James checking in. Dig that guy, man. There's some pipes on Gilbert James, huh? All right, let's keep it moving here. 8310, you are next up in the queue. Good morning.
Hey, Joe. This is Dale from Alabama.
Hey, Dale. How are you?
I'm doing good. I love the radio shows, and I love the webinars.
Awesome. Well, tonight is the big one. Tonight is going to.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
Yeah. What's up today, man?
I called in a couple of days ago without being where I couldn't log in.
I remember.
And I'm still having that same problem, but
all right. Let me see if I can get Carl up here right now. All right, what is your username, Dale?
Dale Jones 4228.
Okay. And you say you're having trouble logging in, and I'm not really.
Anytime I go to a HTTPS, www Traffic Authority, anything like trafficauthority.net. It gives me this error in Firefox that says that the webmasters need to update their TLS version to one that is still current and still secure.
All right. All right, Dale. What was your username? Was Dale Jones, and what was your
4228?
Okay. All right. And you're using Firefox, and Firefox is telling you that we've got to update something.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. A TLS version.
The TLS version.
Yeah.
All right. I don't. You're the only person who's having this issue. So, or maybe somebody else is, but they haven't come to the table yet. Okay, Firefox has to update something. All right, I'm on it. Okay, I've got it. You're in the front of the queue.
Okay, man.
That's better. Okay, Dale.
All right, I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. And maybe try a different browser. You know, I know.
Well,
Internet
I've tried
Explorer.
Chrome, Firefox, and Internet Explorer, and I can't log on with any of them.
All right, we're going to see if we can get that sorted out for you today, Dale.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. And let's move it along. I have all ones here. Somebody calling in on Skype.
Yes, sir. That's Celeste.
Hey, Celeste. How are you today?
I'm just fine. How are you doing?
I'm having a good morning. I'm feeling excited.
That's wonderful. It's good to be excited, you know. You kind of go around on your toes.
Absolutely. Now, I got to tell you guys, I've had to make some adjustments there. I've actually had to make some adjustments in my life. I have to move my coffee pot over onto my desk because because we're going forever here. So thank you very much for reminding me.
Okay, no problem. The fellow that just hung up, did he say he was keying in HTTPS or HTTP :
Let's see. Let's see. Dale, are you there? Dale, Celeste has a question. Celeste was asking you a question.
HTTPS.
Is that correct for us? Because okay, yeah, I see the S. Okay, all right, you're good.
All right.
I don't know what the problem may be. It sounds like a browser. He's trying the different browsers, but it might be. Has he done a C clean?
I don't know. Have you cleaned your cache and emptied some stuff?
Yes, I have.
Okay, because I had to take my whole system down. I had to wipe it. That was my smaller computer.
All right,
but,
listen.
That's what I have. Mm-hmm.
Right now, this just in from Carl in Tallahassee. He just said, I am logged into Dale's account right now on Firefox.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That sounds like his sister. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks very much.
Like. Sorry.
What else is going
You're
on?
welcome.
What else?
Well, since I've been engaged with Traffic Authority, I've learned so much. I actually can say that I'm a little more techie now. I'm a lot more techie, and willing to jump into things. And yes, for sure. And I have. This is what I want. I looked at. I finally, because I have to go back to try to get into everything. So all of my addresses, I don't have them correctly. Probably I need to send you an email and get a list of the correct addresses, URLs. So I can put them in correctly as I'm reinstalling,
Okay, that's not a problem.
This is what I wanted.
You can send me an email, okay? Not a problem.
Okay,
send me an email to Joe at trafficauthority.net.
At trafficauthority.net. Okay.
Right.
Now, when I went and I did see I saw my with hits. I had over 1,100 hits. And then the next column, it was 1,000 of whatever that next column is. And then it was the next thing would be leads. But with 1,100 hits and then 1,000, what is it? The I forget what the second column is. But I'm like, wow, that's a lot going on. And
yes.
I have always wanted to ask if someone could review my site, because I think I've run the test that is put in the alternative email address, let it run through and see if it comes through back to you, right? That's the way you check it, correct?
That's correct. You seed your list with your own email, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, with an email that is not yours that you're using, but is an additional, because Greg used to make that little point. Yeah, okay. So what I'm saying is I have no one to review anything that I do, because absolutely I'm alone in my work. I really don't have anyone to get to. So I'll put that in that email to you, Joe. I'll be sure to do that today. Okay. And the other thing is I wanted to say to you is that definitely keep on rolling. I gave up my television 5 years ago.
See, it made a difference, right? There's no PV
and
TV. Although I like sports, I will say that.
Yeah, I love the sports. I love sports. I get to see them on the internet, but I gave it up because it was so much garbage in, garbage out. I said I'm not a trash can. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I got rid of that television. And the time you have for other things to explore and allow your mind to grow. Oh, and by the way, there's a thing that happened with the water. I should put that in there. Anyway, the water and fluoridation. Anyway, it was a case that came through yesterday, and they charged these people $2 billion fine for putting garbage water. Putting garbage water into our. So you did see that? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, Celeste, listen, I want to thank you for calling in today. Send me that email, okay? Send me that email so I can help you out.
I will. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You're welcome. And hey, Dale in Alabama, I just received a notification here from Carl down in Tallahassee, and he is suggesting that maybe you have to upgrade your version of Firefox because Traffic Authority is using the latest SSL files. So try upgrading. I know Firefox I use Firefox. I'm on Firefox right now, and I know they upgrade their stuff often. There's always a new version of Firefox, it seems like, every month. 9098, you're next up. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing? This is Tahir from Los Angeles.
Tahir in Los Angeles. How are you today, Tahir?
I'm doing great. I was calling. I had the same problem or my guy on my team had the same problem as, I think it was Dale. I tried to log in from my computer. He's back in the East Coast, and when we try to log in, it just flashes white and disappears, and you can't log in to his account. And I can log in from my computer on my account, but when I try his, it doesn't work. And his username is Ken Mars, and that's KenMars. And he's having that sort of type of issue. And also wanted to say, enjoyed the call this morning. Lots of good motivational stuff to hear. So that's it.
Well, thank you very much, Tahir. And I'll send a note down there. That sounds like it's like, if you're able to log in to Ken Mars' account on your computer, but he can't on his computer, then it's related to his computer is what I'm thinking. And there are some things like for example, it didn't dawn on me that maybe we've got to upgrade our whatever we're using. If it's Firefox, if it's Internet Explorer, make sure that your browser is the latest version of that browser. There's a lot of different things. Cleaning cookies, cleaning cache. This morning I had the spinning color wheel of death is what I call it on Safari. Like there was too much stuff happening. I got too many windows open. So I just shut the whole thing down, just shut it down, shut her down, and restart, and it's working fine. So that's usually been my, aside from just taking a hammer and fixing it the Polish way. I can say that because I am Polish. It's just like hitting it with a hammer. I just turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, and it usually works. 5673, good morning. You're next up. Hello, 5673. Hello, 5673. Not paying attention. What a drag, man. Waiting there all morning and then not paying attention. 111. 1111. And to hear, Carl just said he logged in, no problem, down in Tallahassee. He logged into Ken Mars' account, no sweat. Okay, who's ever calling in from Skype? I just heard you're coughing.
Hey, how you doing, Joe? This is Zach from the Bay Area.
Zach, how are you this morning?
I'm okay. Let me see. Real quick question. I remember in a webinar, I think it was on Tuesday. I think Adam Whiting was talking about the tracking, a different kind of tracking system. But I'm probably gonna need to watch it again. But what's the purpose of the tracking? We have something like a traffic optimizer. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, what I would suggest is you go spend some time, Zach, with the videos because it's very, very informative and it's intuitive and you'll figure it out really quickly. The idea of tracking is let's say that you're running several ad campaigns. Okay, maybe you have a Facebook post that you've put out there, and maybe you've got maybe you're sending people to a specific landing page. Okay, you got one specific landing page and you got another landing page and you got something on Facebook where you're running multiple campaigns. Tracking lets you track the results of each of those campaigns. So you can see, is your Facebook ad pulling? Is that really, really working? If you're doing an email campaign to a specific list, you want to know what's going on with that specific list. Tracking is just the way for you to better manage and understand what is working and what is not working as well as maybe you had hoped. Make sure you're not, burning through some money. I mean, tracking is a very, very cool thing. Again, you said it yourself, maybe you should go back and watch the videos, and I would recommend that you do go back and watch the videos because it really is a cool device. And and you're talking about the $47 program, the Traffic Optimizer, which is really cool tools, right? You've got all kinds of stuff, split testing, rotators, countdown timers. That's some really, really cool stuff. And coming very, very soon, I know that this next up on the development list is to get a capture page builder in there for you so you can really do your own thing. 5947, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Who's this? Is this Kenneth?
This is Kenneth from Mississippi.
How are you this morning, Kenneth?
I'm blessed, Joe. Hey, I was listening in on the call, and I heard a call earlier, he was talking about like when the other guy called about the lady that wanted the refund, and actually that was my only lead, the only one that had purchased on my team. But that it didn't pull me down. It kind of motivated me to push forward even harder, because I realize some people get in it, they sometimes they're not able to, they don't see where they're able to keep it up or do it, but later on they might come back. So
You never
I'm
know.
Just saying, from a motivational point, to keep going because that person may come back and decide to get back in it later after they keep, they may hear about it some more or something and give them a little positive mind about it. I'm just trying to keep a positive mind about it.
Well, it sounds to me like you have a positive mind, Kenneth. We can't be all things to all people. We wish we could, but it is what it is, man, as they say, and you just keep on pushing on, just keep marshaling through and showing up here every single day. Be on the webinar tonight. Invite people to the webinar tonight. They'll see something, and boom shakalaka. You lead by example. Basically, is what it is. Kenneth, thank you for calling in this morning.
I got one question too, Joe. If I can get it in there.
No problem.
Ever since we had the other morning they had where they had to do the little work, I guess from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. or whatever it was.
Right.
For some reason, my traffic is like I'm not really getting my traffic running. It's saying that it's running, but it's not. I'm not getting any activity there really. Maybe one or two, I guess, since that time.
What's your username?
It's capital P as in Pastor Mac 46.
MAC? Pastor MAC?
Yeah, it's PASTORMC 46. I should say Pastor MC 46.
There you go. Pastor MC 46.
I didn't know if it was because, it was down and something, it might have did something to it. Everything else seemed to be kind of working, I believe, but it's just on the traffic part of it. It's showing that it's running, but it's not really nothing coming through.
All right, I'll get back to you if I can get an answer for you by the end of today's radio show. I'll get it back to you, but I've sent in a ticket, so you're right in the front of the queue. Okay.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, Joe. Like I said, I just want everybody, know, let's just keep a positive mind. I like to hear the ones that have the positive minds about it because I'm in this thing, for the long haul. So that motivates me even more when I hear different ones, staying positive with it. I know there will be some negativity, some with negative mind, but I think if enough of us stay positive, we might can change them that got the negative mind to a positive mind.
I agree with you. I agree with that. I agree with that. It's the mastermind philosophy. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Kenneth is checking in from Mississippi. I love that. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you for the input. Positive. 5751, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Anthony Cray from Maryland. I'm lovely.
Anthony in Maryland, what's going on this morning? You are lovely. I agree with you.
I tell you what, Joe. I tell you that help you gave out you're doing right now is so incredible. Just after the upgrade, getting everybody's link. And unfortunately, I'm about to order my lunch right at Chick-fil-A, right when I'm on the phone with you.
Well, enjoy your sandwich.
I just like to say, guys,
go ahead.
Because I'm going to order my sandwich and you can mute me out.
All right, thank you very much. And you just gave me an idea. I think I'll go for some Chick-fil-A myself. There's one down the street from me here. Love the Chick-fil-A. Hey, listen, I want to thank everybody who came here this morning. That's it. That was the last person in the queue. I want to thank you, Anthony from Maryland. Enjoy your Chick-fil-A. Kenneth, Zach, Tahir in Los Angeles, Celeste, Dale in Alabama. Guys out there making it happen. Of course, Gilbert James. Gilbert James, what a guy. Thank you for checking in this morning, Gilbert. Blue Jay, the truck driver, June in Wyoming, Earl the Mountain Man, Stevie Shue, Kenneth, Carlos in New York City, Frank, Southside Fred, checking in from the Chi from Chicago, Dave and Tinley, and of course, Bert. I want to thank everyone who took the time to join us here this morning. It has been a blast. I'm having fun today, that's for sure. I'm fired up about tonight's webinar. You know what I'll be doing is sending out another reminder to the webinar tonight, okay? We'll send out another swipe file for you guys as well, so you can send it to your list. You should send to your list. You should send to your list, more than once, okay? And Kenneth, this just in, if you're still listening, Kenneth, it looks like you have a daily cap, okay? It says your traffic is running. You've had a couple clicks today. He's going to check on it, and you do have a daily cap. Make sure that your cap is high enough for you to be receiving your traffic. Again, see you guys on the webinar tonight. It's going to be Vincent Ortega Jr. He's going to be the main host. He's going to crush it for you. Go out there, send out some links, okay? Make sure that you're loading up the webinar. It will make a difference in your business. Consistency is king. Massive action equals massive results. And we're going to get these webinars available 24/7. When we get the right one that converts very high, We're going to make it available to you guys on a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day a week. We're always going to do live webinars. We're never abandoning live webinars, but we want to have more, opportunity for each and every one of us to convert. So watch for that. See you on the webinar tonight. Send out some more links. And we'll be hanging here tomorrow morning again at 11 a.m. Eastern on Radio Leverage. Until tomorrow, you guys, until tonight, let's go play in traffic, okay?